Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. When it comes to Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, obviously throughout Call of Duty Next and the various reveals that we got for it, alongside the actual MW3 multiplayer beta itself, we learned a lot about the official contents of the game that they've showed us, at least. Obviously, we've seen only a chunk of what the game has to offer. However, throughout the beta, especially during the PC weekend, we saw an absolute ton of leaks surface in regards to the game's content. We're talking some new maps that'll be coming in season, various different weapons, operators, perks, modes, anything you can think of in regards to like multiplayer gameplay and the core mechanics and content there. There's a good chance it's leaked. So today we are going over every single major leak that we've got so far for MW3 MP. As we get into the details, if you enjoy the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It is always seriously appreciated and it does really help the channel grow. And if you're new here, you want to guarantee you are always up to date with everything going on in COD. This is the place to be. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. I got you covered every day with news, updates, and everything else in between. Now, as we are dissecting all the leaks for MW3 multiplayer here today, just keep in mind, just to preface everything here, leaks at the end of the day are just that. They are leaks. They are not 100% confirmed. They are not official, stemming directly from Call of Duty or Sledgehammer or anyone there. They are data mined from the game files, so this means that this stuff could potentially change. It could be altered, it could be scrapped entirely and never see the light of day in the actual game, but this is the current information that we have. And like I said, we've got so much to go over. Now, of course, we know at launch when it comes to the maps, we're going to see those 16 original MW2 2009 maps sort of remade and remastered alongside an arsenal of new ground war maps and a brand new war map. However, we already have 4 different maps that have been leaked potentially for season 1. We know for sure season 1 is going to introduce 3 brand new multiplayer maps for 6v6, and currently the game files have the names of Delayed, Arcade, and Grease listed. Now, it's very possible those are just placeholder names and all we get is just the names, but it's possible that those are the 3 referenced for season 1. On top of that, it's also been said that Shipment is going to be returning, and likely in season 1 and season 2, that's that prime time for that to release, since obviously that's kind of like go-to grind map for leveling up guns, unlocking attachments, doing camo challenges. It's Shipment all day, every day. So as far as leaked maps go there, it seems like those 4 could potentially be the slate for season 1. Shipment, Delayed, Arcade, and Grease. Now, as far as weapons go, obviously we got a good chunk of those available in the beta. We've seen various different leaks in the past for some as well. But in terms of new weapons coming to the game in year during, seasonal updates and whatnot, surprisingly, we already got a handful of these listed as well. 2 new melee weapons were already referenced in the files right away, a shovel and an axe. Pretty straightforward, pretty basic there. But then, as we discussed a little bit ago, 4 actual ranged weapons may be returning at some point during season 3 as part of like an advanced warfare themed season, because the EM1, the ASM1, the BAL-27, and the MORS are all referenced in the files already. So we could have some of the more iconic weapons of advanced warfare actually making their way into Modern Warfare 3, which would be very interesting to see. I will say, the MORS, one of my favorite snipers ever, was a ton of fun to use. The BAL-27 Obsidian Steed was just a beast. The ASM-1 Speakeasy was solid. The EM-1 was the EM-1, a laser gun. It wasn't that crazy, but still definitely interesting that we already got some weapon leaks there for sure. Now, MW3 Intel over on Twitter or X has posted a lot of other detailed leaks. For instance, the operators and their unlock challenges as well. Now, this is not every single operator in the game. We also obviously have some of the story-based operators. Price, Ghost, Lastwell has been leaked to be one as well. But here's the list of operators and their challenges to unlock them that we've seen through the beta leaks so far. We've got Barbecue as a name, yes. Kill 1 enemy operator affected by your tactical in a single multiplayer match. Byline, get 3 hipfire kills with SMGs in a single multiplayer match. Jet, get 5 kills with snipers in a single multiplayer match. Alpine, get 3 kills while crouching in a single multiplayer match. Whiskey, execute a finishing move in a multiplayer match. Raptor, get 2 kills with frag grenades in a single multiplayer match. Enigma, get 3 kills while aiming down sights in a multiplayer match. Swagger, get 10 kills with LMGs in a multiplayer match. Riptide, get 1 kill with a cruise missile in multiplayer. And Ripper, get classified kills in Modern Warfare Zombies. And Scorch, complete classified contracts in Modern Warfare Zombies. It's a good chance that a handful of those are nicknames. I'd be surprised if we saw an actual operator named Barbecue, but you never know, it could be a thing. Regardless, that's a handful of the operators and their associated challenges to actually get them. For the most part, those seem very straightforward. Potentially the MWZ ones. We'll have to see how those end up playing out. We also got a very lengthy list of various different gear / quote-unquote perks leaked as well. We talked about this the other day, but basically a bunch of different vests, armor, gloves, all sorts of stuff like that was leaked as well. So getting into these real quick, we've got the Aegis vest, which makes you immune to EMP, shock, and enemy thermal. It warns of nearby enemy equipment and delays the trigger of mines. Self-healing polymer armor. Equipped armor will automatically regenerate after a delay when damaged. This one's possible for multiplayer, but it also could be Warzone or even zombies. Not all these are 100% multiplayer specific. They may be shared across modes with different upgrades. Assault gloves, improved sprint to fire speed. The Camos vest increases the duration enemies stay on the radar and zooms out your radar for nearby allies. Compression carrier reduces health regen delay by 20%. You also immediately regen health after a kill. Dex gloves throw equipment further and reset the fuse on thrown back grenades. Reserve armor increases the number of armor plates on spawn by 1. Flame-resistant insulation reduces fire damage by 75% and you show up cold on thermal. The high-gain antenna zooms out the minimap for you and nearby allies. You gain the effects of an acoustic sensor and a radio intercept if a nearby ally has that perk. Impact-resistant gloves, increased melee speed and range, so Commando Pro. Lightweight RAR vest, increased movement speed on land and water, and you make less noise in the water as well. Marksman gloves, reduced sway and flinch while aiming down sights. The EVG enhanced vision goggles allow you to toggle between normal vision and enhanced vision, highlighting enemies. The triage gloves automatically equip armor plates picked up on the battlefield. Radio intercept, see indicators for enemy reinforcements on your minimap. The Rhino modular rigs start with maximum reserve ammo and resupply lethals and tacticals from bodies. Running sneakers increase the attack sprint duration and reduce the refresh time. The shielded carrier makes you immune to the effects of EMP, shock, and heartbeat sensors. The shielded electronics, immunity to EMP and shock as well. The suspension pads reduce flinch when aiming down sights. And lastly, the thermal insulation makes you undetectable by thermal optics. So like I said, a ton of descriptions for the perks and the gear here for MW3 multiplayer, potentially zombies and Warzone mixed in there as well. MW3 Intel has also leaked a couple of new modes that we could see added into MW3, maybe some at launch, but also throughout the year as well. Of course, we're going to have the standard TDM, kill confirm, Dom, hardpoint, all the usual stuff there. But then we also have team gun game, so every time you get a kill, it's not free for all, but it's just TDM basically, but gun game mechanics. Team gunfight, so gunfight, but more so 6v6. War, we already know. Tug of War, which doesn't really, seem to fit initially with the idea of Call of Duty multiplayer gameplay, but we could see how that plays out. Minefield, then also Squad Social Sandbox, maybe like a little bit of an exploration type mode where it's, you can mess around a little bit. I'd be curious to see if that one is just not a random thing found in the files and turns into a full-on mode, but the descriptions aren't there, so we don't really know the specifics there. Some of those, though, are a bit more apparent. Another big one here is the camos. So with this, we've actually already seen several different camos available in the game because of Call of Duty Next. Some creators like Charlie Intel, which is the footage you're seeing on screen, were able to see some camos in the game, and some of them look very, very cool. As of right now, here's a handful of the names that we know so far. We've got an Arachnid camo, Borealis, Bioluminescent, Golden Ivory, Golden Enigma, Gold, Orion, Platinum, Polyatomic, all back but upgraded in different ways. Spinal Husk, Serpentine, and then also Zircon Scale. And according to Bob Network, another leaker and insider, some of the camos here are split into different categories. Modern Warfare 2 guns are going to have their own zombies camo challenges, and for those, it'd be Golden Ivory, Spinal Husk, Arachnid, and Bioluminescent. Modern Warfare 3 guns will have their own zombie camo challenges for Golden Enigma, Zekron or Zycron Scale, whatever you want to call it, Serpentine, and then also Borealis. And then multiplayer in MW3, the new camo challenges for the new MW3 guns is still Gold, Platinum, Polyatomic, and Orion apparently, but like I said, the camos themselves are still different. Who knows if they're going to change their names? I feel like it'd probably be better if they did so because they're not the same camos. But regardless, that is, again, just a leak that could potentially change in terms of names. That's something very easy that they could adjust on the fly. But as of now, the camos are looking kind of interesting. And then the last thing that we have leaked currently for multiplayer content is the fact that there is supposedly already a Christmas and a holiday themed event planned. With season 1 dropping in December, that would certainly make a lot of sense to have an event tied with that. We usually see something like that in most CODs now. Just as long as Krampus stays very, very far away, I'd say I'm a-okay with there being a holiday event returning here. But that being said, those are all the current major leaks that we've got for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer to stack on top of all the basic knowledge we already have on the game. Of course, as we get new leaks, new information, new reveals in regards to any content here for MW3 or the new Warzone integration, you guys know I'm gonna have you covered right as it happens. So stay tuned for all that. Make sure you are subscribed with those noties turned on. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, drop a like on it on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.